and it's got tiny lightning bolts on it, but it's from St. Michael, which was like M&S before it was M&S.
This week's guest on Off the Hanger is the lovely Kerry Clayton. She's got a brilliant brand called Trend Tonic, where she makes the most amazing, lightweight, vegan, plastic-free, hypoallergenic metal earrings that are just incredible and so much fun. You should definitely check those out after you've watched our fabulous fashion chat. It's only Kerry from Trend Tonic on today's Off the Hanger. I am very excited to talk to you and about your fabulous accessories brand. You make some incredible pieces.
Thank you.
How did you start with the brand?
I actually started in hospital. So I have Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, which is a sort of rare connective tissue disorder. So all my collagen is faulty and I dislocate a lot. And at that moment, I had bent down to get loo roll out the cupboard and dislocated my pelvis from my spine, like you do. And then I was on my hands and knees, bent in the same position with my 2-year-old and 1-year-old at home, and no other adult, begging my 2-year-old to go get my phone so I could call the ambulance. He was bringing me like swords and toys and all this other stuff, and I'm there like, no. But yeah, I ended up in hospital for about a week, I think, and just on lots of painkillers. But with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, you're in pain a lot. It's a chronic pain condition, so everything hurts. I've got a wheelchair, I've got a rollator, so people look at me when I'm out and about anyway. So I at that point was just wearing leggings and a big jumper and just wanted to hide. But I wanted to create something that showed my personality, didn't let me hide, but was comfortable, because a lot of jewelry pulls here, and if you've got, it can also then pull all of this, which gives you like jaw ache, headache, and then especially if you've got sort of a condition like mine, that here you're already your jaw's already dislocating, it already hurts. I don't need more pain. So it was about finding a way to create something that could easily make leggings and a t-shirt feel more stylish without causing any issues.
That's incredible. What an amazing story to be able to set up a brand that way. I love, one of my favourite quotes is, people will stare, make it worth their while.
Oh, I love that. I've never heard that before.
And I think that's very fitting for your situation. People are going to look at
write that down. Remind me that later.
I will send you that. I will send you that. People will stare, make it worth their while. I think it's a fabulous quote. And so, in terms of fashion, do you have to take clothes into consideration with?
Massively, yeah. Part of so Ehlers-Danlos doesn't just affect sort of your joints; it affects collagen forms every part of your body. So my skin is more sensitive. So labels really irritate me, but I also bloat a lot because my stomach doesn't work normally. So I can't wear, sexy tight leather trousers because it literally hurts like my stomach. So I'm having to wear, leggings are life. But I just found flared leggings, and that's a game changer. I have to wear the sort of stretchy waistband, or this is a dress. I wear dresses a lot that are loose. So yeah, most of my wardrobe is based on comfort first. That has to be the priority.
Have you got any tips for people with disability on, like, style tips on things that might help them when they're looking for clothes?
There's Lucy and Yak, I really like. They do these Alexa trousers, which have a thick band that's super stretchy. I also really like dresses. This one I got from Asda yesterday, but Next do a really nice range of dresses that are just loose. They're loose under here because I also don't like the feeling of it right up in my armpit, and they just sort of skim. So yeah, I live in dresses a lot.
You see, I'm a dress girl as well. I love a good dress. And have you always been into fashion?
I've always had, I don't know if other people would, I haven't had a weird style and sense of eclectic, I think it was described as. I've always been into, I love Balenciaga, I love the weird style. Vivienne Westwood, that kind of, I've always been into the slightly different one. My parents run a theatre company, so I grew up helping make costumes, and they did a lot of historical, and it's called like theatre and education, but like a lot of historical things. So I always was surrounded by vintage, 1920s, 1940s, those kind of items just happened to be in the house. And so I always found that really interesting. And those kinds of, I used to have really short hair and would use the actual 1920s wavers, to do that in it for school, which just didn't seem to suit early 2000s school. But yeah, I've always been slightly different with my outfits.
I love that though. Fashion's about individuality. It's about your own kind of unique take on things. And I think if we were all the same, it'd be so boring. It'd be so boring. So have you got an earliest fashion memory?
Yes, and it's Mufti Day. It's not called Mufti Day now, is it? That day where you get to wear what you want. I always call it Mufti Day. I wore white jeans, like cut off, cut to the knee, really, really unflattering white jeans, a full rainbow tassel like a zip-up jumper, and bright green crops. But this was like at least 20 years ago, before Crocs were in fashion. But for me, they were comfortable. I loved them, and I had the little charms on them. And yeah, I turned up at Mufti Day, and everyone was wearing, I think it was flared jeans at the time, but like just jeans and a Von Dutch hoodie. And I was there in like full rainbow, like, and I had like a clip-in pink rainbow fringe. It was not a good look, but that just sort of showed that I looked completely different to what everybody else looked like.
Oh, it sounds fabulous. That jumper sounds amazing. I'd be wearing that now. What's the oldest thing you've got in your wardrobe?
It's not. I had two things. There was one dress that I bought when I went to, so I must have been 21, and it was just from Topshop. And I haven't got it here, but I will send you a picture. And it's just a long vest dress. But I've worn it through my pregnancies, throughout, and I've still got it. It's just one of those dresses that is just really comfortable, and it's surprisingly lasted a really long time. And I just live in it. And then I actually bought this from Vintage, and it's a green little dress, and it's got tiny lightning bolts on it, but it's from St. Michael, which was like M&S before it was M&S.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like, so it turned out to be, I think it's 80s maybe. But yeah, that's my like oldest.
Oh, we love it. We love the green dress and off the hanger. There's always a green dress. I love the lightning bolts on it as well. That's a really good find.
It's like a really subtle lightning bolt, but it just fitted. I bought it because of the lightning bolt, but then I love how I love it.
It's beautiful. What's the piece in your wardrobe that gets the most compliments?
So this one I stole from my mum. She bought this jacket originally from a charity shop, and I think it's Primark, and then she added all of these embellishments to it, and wow. I didn't stitch them on the inside, and then I borrowed it indefinitely for a Christmas 3-4 years ago, and I've literally never given it back. It's a bomber jacket, which I just love. It's really comfy, but it's like full on.
I am obsessed.
So many compliments when I wear it. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, I love your jacket!" And I wore it when I went and collected an award. And yeah, I love it's sort of not athleisure, but when it's like that it's really blingy, but it's also casual because it's a
Yeah.
bomber. So I just love that mishmash.
I love it. Because you can really dress that up because it's got all the sparkle to it. But then equally, you can just wear that with leggings and trainers during the day and just have, everyday stuff.
Yeah, I love it so much. She's never getting that back.
No, I wouldn't be giving that back either. I wouldn't be giving that back. It's too good.
She shouldn't have given it to me if she wanted it back.
She might be able to borrow it back once every now and again if she needs to wear it, and then just, return it to its rightful place. What's the most expensive thing you've got in your wardrobe? You don't have to confess how much if you don't want to. But are you somebody who likes to splurge?
No, I've never been able to have the splurge. I've never been in the I don't know what the proper word is. I've never been rich enough to splurge. And then even if I had the money, I would look at it for too long and overthink all the other things I could get with that money and not end up buying it. But years ago, so I must have been 17, I had a good job, a full-time job. No, I was living at home, I had no outgoings, and I went to London Fashion Week with my mum, and Giles Deacon had made this cashmere coat for Jack. It's khaki and it goes in, and then it has these big panniers on the hip, so it's really structured. And as it came off the catwalk, it was on sale there, like you could buy it there. And my mum says she just remembers this other lady trying it on, and everyone like, and then I tried it on, and everyone was like, oh, you have to buy it. And then obviously, peer pressure of everyone saying how wonderful you look, I bought it, and then was like, this is too expensive to wear anywhere. And then it's been in the cupboard, and now it doesn't fit. So it's in the cupboard at my mum's house. But yeah, it's a 2007 Giles Deacon coat.
Oh my gosh, that sounds incredible. What an amazing story. I just love that. I love that you were like, yep, I'm 17, I'm going to buy this runway piece that's literally just hot off the catwalk. What an incredible thing. Oh, what a shame you never got to wear it. You totally should have worn it.
I think I wore it once on a train, but it's thick cashmere, and it was so hot. And then it had these sort of hooks, so you're really it's corseted in. You're corseted in with these massive panniers, and I thought I was going to die on the train because I was so hot and stuck in this gorgeous coat. But I was like, me, Giles Deacon.
What's the newest addition to your wardrobe?
This is a full length dress with pockets that I picked up from Asda yesterday when I was looking for a school uniform, and it was something ridiculous, like £14. But they did two lengths, so like a midi one and a long one, and I thought, I'm going to get the long one, and it's so comfy. And it's leopard print. They did do other colours, but I'm leopard print, so I had to get it. But I bought this yesterday.
You can't beat a bit of supermarket fashion. I think sometimes when you just, you're pushing the trolley around and something catches your eye, I always just think, oh, I could just put this in the trolley. It's not going to be that much. It'll be fine. I think that's it. The supermarkets in the past few years have really upped their game in terms of their designers and the pieces that they're making. The quality of them's great. They're always really affordable, but they have some really beautiful designs. I've had some fantastic stuff just from the supermarket. It's madness.
Yeah.
Now, are you quite sentimental when it comes to your wardrobe? Do you have a most sentimental piece?
Yeah, I have two. Yes, yeah, I have two. So the first year that my husband and I started dating, so 15 years ago, for Christmas, he bought, back when we made effort, we don't buy fashion stuff, but he bought me this jumper from Topshop, but it's an illustrated people. But it's just a really loose, I don't know if you can see, it's like this purple colour with this swallow here. And yeah, he bought me that and a necklace, but he'd never bought anything for a girl before. He didn't know what he was doing, but it just suited me. it's comfortable, it's loose, and it has these little birds on it that are just slightly rocky, and I just love it. So yeah, that's my sentimental clothing. And then his grandpa works the mines. My husband's South African, and his grandpa worked in the mines in South Africa, and he gave me this necklace, which is chunks of silver, which came sort of off the mines. They made it into like a nugget. So it's just chunks of dripped silver. It weighs a ton. It's really heavy. He gave me this the first time sort of we met, and my grandpa's really my grandpa was, his husband was really sort of straight laced, and I just kind of assumed everyone's grandpas were. But then when Dave's grandpa gave me this, I put it on, and he just went, "I can see it bounce between your boobies," and I was like, "What is going on? Like, who is this man?" Just who he was, and it cracked me up. And yeah, I love it. It's really heavy, it's chunky, and it does literally sit right in between my boobs. But yeah, that's one of my favourite pieces. It's really light, really funky.
That's so cool. I just love the memory of it. I love that every time you wear that, it will make you smile because it will bring you that memory. That's fabulous. What's the piece in your wardrobe you would say most sums you up?
Oh, I love leopard print. I don't know if that was obvious. And I love comfort. And Emily Ines, or Ines, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Emily, my friend who's a stylist, bought me this Hemi Telford cardigan. And it's this gorgeous corally orange colour. And it's so soft and so comfortable. And I literally just wear it all the time. I think it sums me up because it's bright, it's colourful, it's leopard print, and it's comfortable. So it's like literally what my wardrobe consists of, and it goes with everything.
That's great. That's perfect. I love that. Now, would you say that you are the type of person that has fashion faux pas and wardrobe malfunctions? Because I definitely am, and I always enjoy it when other people share their stories of their traumas.
I think there's actually a video of this as well, which I will try and find if you want it. But before I had children, I was a body paint model. So like face paint, but the whole body. And my mum was a body paint artist, and we were doing a charity catwalk event, and you literally do it with like blister plasters on your nipples and a really tiny underwear. Well, she gave me the underwear, and it was like size 0, and I'm like, that's not getting up one leg. That's not going to fit. The only other underwear she had was the underwear she was wearing, because like it had to be seam free, so I couldn't wear my normal underwear. So she had to take her underwear off, with like a sandpad in it, put the underwear on me, but that underwear was too big. But anyway, so she's painted the whole thing. When I do the catwalk, I had to have my hand literally on my hip because the underwear was just slipping. So by the end of the catwalk, my underwear is literally like hanging off one side, and you just see me going like, my underwear's falling off on the video right at the end. And I'm like, everything.
Oh my gosh, how traumatic. Also, like, I modelled for years, and catwalk is always just the biggest place of trauma for so many people because things always go wrong in catwalk. I have got so many horror stories of things that have happened to me.
So stressful. I don't know why people do it, but it's so stressful. I did it. I can't walk in heels anyway because of my joints, but I was putting these heels for this hair modelling thing. I was putting these heels like this. Literally, as I'm about to go on, he grabs me to like fix my fringe and kind of pushes me on stage, which then meant my ankle just went. So I fell on stage, which is like everyone's nightmare, and then had to continue walking on a broken ankle for like, the whole thing, and was stood there like at the end, like, the pain. I couldn't get the shoe off my foot. It's swollen so much. And I was like, why have I done this? Why am I doing this? I hate this.
God, that is severely traumatic. That would definitely put you off for life.
Yeah.
Oh my word. But speaking of shoes, have you got a favourite pair of shoes?
I wasn't going to show the ones that I live in, but I will because it is them, and they will be divisive, but they are Crocs. And these
Oh,
are
okay.
completely covered in paint because I was painting my studio with them on. And my kids have stuck an ice cream on, which doesn't match with my jam, which I've just realised. But these I live in. I just live in them. They're so comfy. But I also love, because I can't walk in heels, I love like a sequin. I put something in the shoe, stuff in the shoe. Like a sequin train. I love trainers that just are slightly different. I've got gold trainers, leopard print trainers. You know, I love a funky trainer because I can't walk in the nice cute loafers that everybody else wears. So I like a sparkly.
They're a great alternative, though. They're a great, really stylish alternative, and I think those trainers have moved on so much from just being sportswear that we've now got all these really funky, amazing designs that you can really dress up if you want to.
I love, I had to go to an award ceremony and I had like a gorgeous dress, and everybody else is wearing heels or little strappy things, and I'm like, I'm gonna wear my trainers because that's all I can walk in. But luckily, I could wear the sparkly trainers with the little platform that just, and pretend that I'd intended to be really, really cool and alternative, and not just I literally cannot walk in anything else.
That's it. And you're going home at the end of the night and your feet are screaming. I think it's a great idea. Really great idea. Now, is there a fashion piece that you have been lusting after? Is there a dream wardrobe item that you don't own that you'd love to own, regardless of cost?
There's loads I'd love to own. But I love like a Balenciaga bag, or I'd love like a designer bag. Like one of those bags that just feels luxury. But I've never. I mean, I was in TK Maxx yesterday, and I was looking, and even though the TK Maxx is discounted, I'm like, I'd never pay that for a bag. Like, it's gonna get beaten, battered, and like I just would be too precious about it. So I'd love, I'd love one, but it would end up being hung on the wall or something just to look at. Look how pretty, because I just wouldn't want to ruin it. So it would be pointless giving me luxury items. But please feel free to send me luxury items if anybody wants.
Exactly. If anybody from Balenciaga is watching this, feel free to send Kerry a bag. She will look after it
Neon green
so well. Yeah. Have you got a piece of advice that you would give to your younger self about fashion?
So there's actually quite a long period of my life where I did just wear jeans and a t-shirt or try to fit in, and where I just wore black all the time, and I really lost my identity for a long time, and I wish that I had stayed the bright, colourful, wearing what I wanted, and didn't listen to everybody else and didn't let the pressure of other people's judgment get to me. And I wore the cut off jeans and rainbow jumper, and then got thrown down a flight of stairs at school for wearing it. So there was a lot of bullying at school because of what I looked like. And then I let that get to me, and then I completely lost myself for a long time. And it's only recently, these past few years, that I've sort of let myself go. No, I'm gonna wear that. It doesn't matter what other people think. And I think having kids, I want my children to know that it doesn't matter what other people think. My daughter dresses how I used to dress. She has the wildest outfit. She'll go out in a flamenco dress with like a full unicorn cape with feathers on, a really bad weave that she's clipped in her hair, and a pair of Crocs just to go to the shops. And I love that for her. I love that she can experiment with clothes, and she's dripping in all this jewelry that she's stolen from my office, and I love that she is expressing herself like that, and I want her to not lose that. I want her, to stay true to that.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. Kids are like, when you're at school, I think kids and people in general can just be so awful. And I think it's the ones who have such a fear of being themselves are the ones who target anybody they see being their self. Do you know what I mean? I think it's horrible. I think being able to instill that into your own children, I think, is so important, about how it's just clothes and you wear what you like and wear what you feel comfortable, and other people get to wear what they like and feel comfortable, and there should be no judgment in any of it. And I think I do really like, I know social media has got so many problems, but I do really like that now for our kids growing up, no matter what they're into, whatever, whether they like punk, whether they like, Japanese fashion, whether, they're at sneakerhead, whatever it is that they're into, they'll be able to find people who are like them and like-minded people, whether that's on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever. Whereas I know when I grew up, like in a kind of little town just outside Leeds, people weren't like that. If you were into that type of fashion, I always remember that there'd be like a goth. Do you know what I mean? And one goth, they stood out so much from everybody else because they were just one goth on their own. Whereas now you'd be like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I think it's really nice that it's moved on so much. And I do hope that for our kids growing up, that they're able to just be free and wear whatever they like. Fashion's supposed to be fun. We're not all supposed to look the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So what have you got coming up for your brand? Have you got any exciting new collections coming out? Have you got any big plans?
Yes, really scary. I'm actually, when things are about to change and you just feel really uneasy. I'm like, oh, everything's changing. So I'm actually bringing in an assistant, which will mean that there's going to be, I'm looking at my boxes here. So I've just started where there will be like a core collection of the best sellers, which will always be available, that the assistant will sort of manage. And then I can open up on the website, which I know people wanted for ages, but I just haven't had the capacity to do on my own. Create your own. So you can choose your colour, your shape, your hook, and then I will make it. So you can design your custom pair. So if you've got a wedding coming up and you've got like a specific outfit and you want big earrings to go with it, we can work together to custom make that. So yeah, I'm really excited about that because it gets my creative. I like making the custom pieces instead of just constantly making the same thing. I like making the new pieces that are exciting. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. It does mean that I have spent this past week. I made 100 pairs yesterday and packaged the box to put in the boxes ready. So yeah, it just means I'm absolutely like, ooh, but I am excited that that's going to be happening. So yeah, it means also that things should go out quicker because we've already pre-making a lot of them. So yeah, it's exciting.
That's incredibly exciting. Oh, congratulations. I'm so pleased for you. That's amazing for people who are, watching, who, like you say, might have a special event, or I know, well, I'll get something fixed in my mind that I'm searching for that I just can't find. So then to have a brand like yours that you can go to and say, actually, can you make me this specific thing? That's amazing. Oh, how exciting.
I know a lot of, like if you want like custom made jewelry, normally it's sort of like fine jewelry. It's normally like hundreds of pounds for them to custom make with all these diamonds, and it's like no, I want custom made costume jewelry. I want jewelry that I can wear that's 20-30 pounds that I can wear but that is just made for me. So again, it's about keeping it affordable and opening. So I don't think that that's really being done anywhere else. So this is another thing that I'm excited about that.
Amazing. Oh, well, good luck with it all. Thank you so much for being part of Off the Hanger.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Off the Hanger. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe.